Hey there, Neil Hibbert here with TechBargains.com, and today we're taking a look at the Spotify app, available for free in the iTunes App Store. This app gives you access to the Spotify service and also allows you to store tracks offline. It should be noted that it is $9.99 for the premium service, which is required to use Spotify from your mobile phone. Alright, there's two things we really like about this app. One is the fact that it gives you access to millions and millions of songs. Spotify currently claims to have the largest library. And the other thing we like about this app is how easy the app itself is to use and to get to music. It's really straightforward. First off, your playlists. These are just the playlists that are also on your desktop client for Spotify. So you have your favorites. If other people send you songs, you can sync songs that are on your computer already instead of using iTunes, or create playlists and add to them. The next tab over here is where a lot of people are going to go, the search tab, and you can search at the top there, and of course you can filter by song or album or whatever. Let's go ahead and look at the artist and Paul Simon. Next, it'll bring up all of the albums they have for Paul Simon. Graceland is a great album. It now brings up the tracks here. You can shuffle, repeat. But if you press over here on the options, you go ahead and see that gives you a couple things you can do. You can star or favorite it. You can also save it to any playlist. And from here you can actually create a new playlist, which is a nice function. And finally, you can share the album out onto Facebook or another Spotify user, actually, or just straight up email. So if you do click on that, get back to the album here, and let's go ahead and click on a song. So it'll start buffering the song, gives you a little album art here. And again, to bring those options up, you can just tap right on the screen there. And again, you can go to share, add to some playlists, and then you can also go to the artist or the album right there at top. So you've got nice little jump links around there. Shuffle and repeat are also on there. Go ahead and stop that. So quick access to share, and that's what Spotify is. A big part of Spotify, I think, is going to be people sharing tracks and sharing playlists, kind of like mixtapes back in the 80s and 90s. Especially with all the accounts being free, it'd be cool to have just a bunch of people using it so you could just share music. Alright, the next tab over here is the What's New, and that's got some new tracks. Great way to discover new stuff, as well as some top hits. If you scroll down, you can see that there is some news that Spotify will put out there. Again, not a lot going on, so you just get to the music and you just listen to it. Finally, here in the Settings tab, you can save for offline, like I mentioned before. If you know that you're not going to be within an internet connection or you want to save some battery life, you can go ahead and it will download the songs onto your iPhone, and you can download albums, playlists, or songs. So it's a really great feature, and that comes along with the premium membership. You can share with Last.fm your use habits, and you can also select high or low quality streams depending on what sort of internet connection you have. And you can choose how you're going to sync and log out and stuff. So that's it all right there. Allows you to get to the music really easily. Just lots of good features. Overall, we gave the app a 4.5 out of 5. A lot of the problems we had with it are really more problems with the actual service, which would be some of the artists missing, some big artists like Bob Dylan and Pink Floyd and Metallica. Most new stuff is going to be there, so anything new, not going to be a problem. You do run into some problem with some older tracks and some just big names like Beatles, of course. They're only on iTunes. And then also, kind of annoying when you're listening to an album and there's a pause between tracks on albums where there really shouldn't be a pause. And those are kind of the two main things that we didn't like about it. But again, those aren't really problems with the app. The app itself is great. Alright, if you enjoyed this review and you'd like to see more like it, please head on over to www.youtube.com/user/techbargains. Thanks.